describe what's happening in the world, as Sheila said today.
Testing, 1, 2. Well, welcome to A Course in Miracles. 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 Hey, welcome to A Course in Miracles. Hey, I really want to welcome the Facebook Live participants that are checking me out from all over the world. We have a lot of people that check out these Course in Miracles classes and videos. There are a lot of people who've had enough of some area of their life. How many of you want a miracle? You want a miracle? Even if you don't know what you're saying, even if you don't have a slice idea what you're talking about, would you like to have one? Okay, those of you online, I know you want to have one. Thank you for tuning in and on Facebook Live and also here in Unity Temple. I'm going to talk about a section called the meeting place. It's on page 514 in the Course in Miracles text. There's a few longer copies up front. So what I wanted to ask you to do for approximately an hour is I'd like to ask you to say to yourself, what I know may not be all there is to know. What I know may not be all there is to know. But anybody be willing to say? I want to ask those who don't mind participating outwardly to do it, and then those who just want to be quiet, just be quiet. Okay, that way everybody's cool wherever they are. But the ones who feel like responding out loud to what I'm saying, please do. And sometimes when I go to things, I don't feel like responding out loud. And I just want to listen. That's fine, but let's not be wishy-washy. People who are willing to go, what I know may not be all there is to know out loud. Would you please say that? What I know may not be all there is to know. Okay, so the Course in Miracles says if you want to learn it really fast, the easiest way to learn it is to remember that you don't have to believe it, you don't have to accept it, you don't have to welcome it. Some of it's hard to believe, some of it's hard to believe, some of it's going to be quite startling. You're not asked to judge the ideas at all. Their use will give the ideas meaning. So if I don't use it, will I see the meaning?
No.
Those who don't mind saying something out loud, please say it. Those who want to be quiet, please be quiet. Okay, all right. How many times have you ever hammered in a nail with one blow? Never. Never, if you be honest, except you just want to be contrary. Okay. All right, so that means repetition is a big part of this. So what I want to do is remind you that it says you don't have to believe it, you don't have to welcome it. Some of it might be startling, and if you use it, you'll see that it works, and analyzing the Course in Miracles does not make the Course in Miracles work for you. So this is not going to be the typical class of a lot of people sitting around analyzing their ideas. That's not the kind of class this is. It's not made for people who want to hear what everybody else is thinking. It's a class for people who want to hear what the Course in Miracles is saying. That's what my classes are for. Sometimes you go to, listen to everybody but the material of what the point is about what it's saying. We know we all have opinions. That's great. Nobody wants to hear yours. And no one wants to hear mine. Okay, so this isn't the class for everybody to get off on how much you know. But even though you will be given an opportunity to ask a question or make a comment, okay? We just want to keep your ego in check. All right, that's all. That's all. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to read through the entire section before I start talking about it. And I'm going to do it very flamboyantly. Other than how I usually do things. I'll do it slightly different from the way I choose to do things. And then I'll go back through it. This is a mind-boggling section. It's called The Meeting Place. It's on page 514 in the text in the Course in Miracles book, The Foundation for Inner Peace. I love this stuff. This stuff. This book is a trip. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to do it in a way that makes it easier to hear by using some of the Course in Miracles definitions of some of the words. And you'll see what I'm talking about. How bitterly does everyone tied to this world defend the specialness that they want to be true. Your wish is law to you, and you obey. Whatever you wish, that becomes your law. Nothing your specialness demands do you withhold. Whew. And nothing your specialness needs do you deny to the specialness that you love. And while your specialness calls to you, you don't hear anything but that voice that wants to be special. No efforts too great, no cost too much, no price too dear to save your specialness from the least slight, the tiniest attack, the whispered doubt, the hint of threat, or anything but the deepest reverence for your specialness. This is your son, this is your child, your specialness. Wow. Beloved of you as you would be beloved of your creator. I love my specialness and I want my creator to love me. Yet this specialness stands in the way of your real creations of love. Who are your real creations to you? That you may share the ability to create and not snatch it from your creator. So what is this specialness that you made to be your strength? What is this specialness that you made to be your strength? What is this child of earth on whom such love is lavished? What is this parody of love's creation that takes the place of your creation? And where are your creations now that you have found another creation, your specialness, whom you prefer to your real creations? The memory of God doesn't shine alone. The memory of love does not shine alone. What is within each other contains all of creation. Everything created, everything creating, everything born and unborn is yet still in the future or apparently gone by. What is in each other, what is in your equals is changeless. And your changelessness is recognized by its acknowledgement. There's a love in you that never changes. There's an innocence in you that never changes. There's a freedom in you that never changes. There's a beauty in you that never changes. The holiness in you, the innocence in you, the beauty in you belongs to the other. By you seeing it in your equal, it returns to you. By seeing it in another, it returns to you. By seeing it in another, it returns to you. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means all of the tribute you have given specialness belongs to your equals. And then that specialness actually returns to you. All the love, all the care, all the strong protection, all the thought by day and night, the deep concern, the powerful conviction that all of this good stuff is you belong to your equals, your brothers. Nothing you give to specialness is but is the other person's due. And nothing due to another person is not due to you. So how can you know your worth while specialness claims you instead? How can you fail to know it in your brothers and sisters' innocence? So seek not to make your specialness the truth. Because if your specialness were the truth, you would be lost indeed. You being different, if that was the truth, you would be lost indeed. Be thankful, 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 be thankful. Brother, that is given you to see in that other person, that other person's beauty, that other person's innocence. Be thankful. Did it say be thankful? Be thankful. Be thankful. Rather, it is given you to see that other person's holiness, their innocence, their beauty, because it is the truth. And what is the truth in that other person must be as true in you. Ask yourself this. Ask yourself this. Ask yourself this. Ask yourself this. Can you protect the mind? The body, you can protect it, yes, just a little, but not from time. That joker, my body has not been protected from time. Anybody else here witness that their body has not been protected from time? I went to this club the other night for a research project. That's the reason I go. I went to this club called the Neon Baby. I ain't never seen anything like it. I was surrounded by these glorious beings in early 20 learning devices. And I saw immediately my body was not protected. It was not protected from time. It wasn't. It wasn't. How many of you feel essentially deep inside yourself exactly like you did when you were 10 years old? The you of you, that essential you may have more life experience now. But if you be honest, that same kid is still sitting out there right now in this overgrown body.
That's true.
Just like that movie, Big.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So it's saying, can you protect the mind? Can you protect the body? Yes, a little. Not from time, but temporarily. And much you think you save, you hurt. What would you save the body for? Good question. For in that choice of what you're going to save your body for lies both the health and harm of your body. Save your body for show. Save your body as bait to catch another fish. That's what I saw a lot of people doing in Neon Baby. And that bait was their own body.
Did you score?
My body wasn't protected. I didn't score. As a matter of fact, a young lady walked over to me and she asked me, "Do you feel like a fish out of water?"
So you weren't being fished for it all?
I wasn't being fished for. Nobody was throwing a net out there for me. You know? And one young lady, so it's about the confidence that people have. One young lady walked up and she said, because she had been taking pictures. And I was watching. So I was sitting right there. And then when she finished, she said, "Well, thank you for looking at me." I went, wow. She was saying, thank you for acknowledging my beauty enough to look at me. I love the confidence. As a matter of fact, I saw statues while I was there. The statues look like this. Ready?
Ready.
So I found myself before the night was over. It's called a butt feed. Yes. Oh, I know. So here we go. So let's try to bring this sentence to life. It says, "Would you save your body for show? For in that lies both your body's health and harm. Save it for show, as bait to catch another fish, to house your specialness in better style. Or use your specialness to weave a frame of loveliness around what you hate." I don't think my body is handsome enough. I can feel the waddle. I have to let my beard grow way down there, so I won't have a waddle shield. Normally I wouldn't even have a beard. So I'm trying to house my specialness in better style. I'm trying to house my specialness in better style. I'm trying to weave a frame of loveliness around what I hate. Oh my God. I hate this body. I hate this stomach. When you do that, you condemn your body. And when you condemn your body, you condemn it to decay and death. That's pretty serious, ain't it? That's intense. Then the Course in Miracles says, and if you see this purpose in somebody else's body, that's the condemnation of your own body. So I want you to weave rather than a frame of innocence around that other person, that the truth may shine on that other person, and that will give you safety from decay. There's tooth decay, and there's you decay. There's body decay. And the Course is saying your body doesn't have to decay if you would use it correctly. If you were to see it as innocent and stop condemning it and stop using it to try to get somebody or to get something. He says that's what destroys it. Then it says, the Father, your Creator, love, keeps what it has created safe. You cannot touch what God created is you. You cannot touch your real self with the false ideas we've made. I don't care what you think about me. You can't touch my real self that was created by God. My real self was created in love. It is eternal. It is innocent. It is beautiful. And there's nothing, no false ideas you can have and no false ideas that I can have can change that. It says, because your real self, wasn't created by you. You were not created by you. You were not created by you. You were not created by you. I was not created by you. You were not created by me. So the Course then says, don't let your foolish fancies. Do y'all have foolish fancies? Yeah. He said, don't let your foolish fancies frighten you. That's F. Don't let your foolish fancies frighten you. What is immortal, that is you, cannot be attacked. But what is temporary doesn't have any real effect. Woo! Only the purpose that you see in it has meaning. It's only the purpose that you see in anything that has meaning. And if that purpose is true, your safety rests secure. So how do you keep your safety? You keep your safety by having a purpose that is based on the truth. That is based on the truth that you are loved, you are loving, and you are lovable. And any other thought than that is what makes your body decay. Very simple answers. So, if not, your body has no purpose. And if that purpose is true, the safety of your body rests secure. If not, your body has no purpose and it's a means for nothing. Wow. Whatever is perceived as a means for truth, whatever is seen as a means for love, shares in its holiness and rests in light as safely as itself, nor will that light go out when it's gone. Your holy healing purpose gave you immortality. Oh, I like that. I like that. You are another light in heaven. You are another light in heaven. You are another love in heaven. That's what you are. Where your creations, do you know you have creations? You have creations. You have creations of love. You created something besides the idea of your specialness. You have a real creation. A real creations, and your real creations recognize a gift from you. You want to give your real creations a sign that you haven't forgotten them. So the test, you're going to take a test right now. The test of everything on earth. The test of everything on earth. The test of everything on earth. The test of everything on earth is simply this. Are you ready for the test?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you ready for the test?
Yeah.
So the test of everything. I want you to think of everything going on in your life, every relationship, every situation, and go, what is it for? That's the test of everything. What is it for? What is your body for? What is your job for? What are your thoughts for? What are your relationships for? What's your financial situation for? What's your spiritual development for? You're supposed to ask, what is it for? You're asking for my phone number. What for? You want to take me out? What for? You want to be with me? What for? You want to study with me? What for? What is it for? What is it for? What is it for? The answer makes it is what it is for you. The answer will make it what it is for you. The answer will make it
What it is for us.
the answer to the question, what is it for? The answer will make it what it is for you. The answer will make it what it is for you. It has no meaning of itself. Yet you give reality to it according to the purpose that you serve. Y'all follow me? Here you are. You're the means along with it. God is a means. Love is a means as well as an end. Love is a means as well as the goal. So in heaven, do you know what heaven is? The chorus says, listen to this. The chorus says, heaven is reality. Heaven is joy. 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 Heaven is this reality. And the chorus says, in reality, the means and the end are one, and one with the Creator. This is the state of true creation. True creation isn't found inside of time. We're in time. It says true creation is found not within time, but in eternity. So true creation is something that lasts forever. A real creation that lasts forever. A real creation lasts forever. A real creation lasts forever. Woo!
It's a consciousness up here.
Are y'all with me? Are you with me?
Yeah.
So, to no one here is real creation describable. Nor is there any way to learn what this condition means until you, not till you, go past what you've learned to what you're given. You got to go past what you've learned to what is now being given. You have to go past what you've learned to what is now being given. Does that make sense? You got to be willing to let go of some of the stuff that you've learned and be willing to be open up to what's being given. Then you will start to see heaven, reality, joy, real creation. Woo! Woo! Not till you go past learning to the given, not till you make again what? A holy home, a loving home for your creations of love is it understood. So I got to make an innocent home for my creations of love. I want you to breathe now. Now I just added a lot more viewers or ran a lot of them off. I always have my weed out moments where I just stop and just weed a bunch of folk out. Because I need funky core students. The ones who are not dead yet. You better get it together because you never die. You don't want to be old in American Express forever. Are you hearing me, mighty companions?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Now, I'm going to say this in a way that you can hear it. A co-creator with the Creator, you are co-creator with the Creator, so that means you have a creation, a son. But this creation must be like what you really are. That means what? I'm going to tell you what the Course in Miracles says, what you really are. Woo, it's so beautiful. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
You want to hear what the beautiful being that the Course in Miracles says you really are?
Yeah.
You are a perfect being. You are. Woo. I know that ain't what your daddy called you. That ain't what your daddy called you. You are a perfect being. You are all encompassing. You are all encompassed. There's nothing to add to you. There's nothing to take away from you. You are not born of size. You are not born of place. You are not born of time. You have no limits. There are no uncertainties of any kind in your real self. Love that. So here the means and the end unite as one. You are what you are seeking.
Yes.
Nor does that one have any end at all. You so cool, you so loving, you so awesome. There's just no end to you.
There you go.
All this is true. And yet it doesn't have any meaning to anybody who retains one unlearned lesson in their memory. This doesn't mean anything to a person that has one thought that they're still not sure what the purpose of that thought is. None of this will seem true for anybody that has a wish with divided goals and divided aims.
Yes.
Now check this out. This course makes no attempt. This course doesn't make any attempt to teach what can't be easily learned. This course doesn't make any attempt to teach y'all anything that can't be easily learned. This scope does not exceed your scope, except to say that what is yours will come to you when you are ready. When you are ready. What is yours will come to you when you are ready. When you are ready. So that job is yours will come to you when you are ready. When you are ready. That real love you want will come to you when you are ready. When you are ready. I say your freedom will come to you when you are ready. When you are ready. So that's my attitude. My drive to get has really dropped off a lot.
Me too.
Like I was saying, I was there doing research. No one could have forced me to go home with them that night. They just couldn't have done it.
No, unless you want it.
I found out the most startling thing. There's a man that comes with that body.
Oh boy. Say it ain't so.
Oh no.
Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
It's so.
If you want the body and you're not paying attention to the mind, you in for some shocks.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever been fooled by the body?
Sure.
Many times.
I know none of you are ever attracted to anybody according to how they look or what they have at all. Because y'all are spiritual. So I know when I said that really, I was like, appalled. Really? It was funny. Like, what? Me look at somebody's body? Don't look at by their body, I mean what they have, not just their physical body. Whether it's their degree, their house, their car. I'm not just talking about their physical form. So the Course in Miracles says to us, woo, I love that. Oh, this is going to get, y'all ready to get into some deeper stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
You still with me?
Yes.
Okay. Can I keep going? Can I keep going? Don't worry, I'm gonna put it all together for you. All right.
That's how give it to
Because some of y'all, this is the first time you ever heard this. And you've been studying for years.
It's true.
It's true. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. You read this.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We wasn't ready.
We weren't ready. This is coming to you. Why? Because you're ready. Ah, I love dramatic music.
You're on the cross again.
You're on it.
No.
I'm Jesus, and I don't want none of y'all to feel guilty. give me a little sip of that Slurpee. Okay, I just wiped out some more people who were watching my class and separated them from the fun people. All right. Oh, see, I can't go to this next part without having a little something for my learning device.
That's Slurpee. Have some Slurpee, Jesus.
This is so deep, I'm scared to see who said it. So, this course makes no attempt to teach what cannot be easily learned. The scope of the course doesn't exceed your scope, except to say that what is yours will come to you when you are ready. So right here, we see the means and the end is separate. The means to achieve the goal and the goal is separate. Because we make the means to achieve a goal and the goal be separate and see it that way. And so we're going to deal as if the means to achieve your goal and your goal were different. So it's very essential to do what? It's essential to be kept in mind. Keep this in mind. What do I need to keep in mind? All perception still is upside down until its purpose has been understood. In other words, it doesn't look like perception is the means for you to achieve a goal. Wow. You see, perception seems to teach you what you see.
Right.
What you see seems to be teaching you. What you see seems to be teaching you. That's what that means. Now, this is the part that's really deep. For what you witness to, wow, what you witness to is what you have taught. Everything that you see is what you have taught. Everything that you see is what you have demonstrated. You're only seeing the past. You're only seeing your past. You're only seeing the past. You're only seeing the past. Take a breath. Now, what does my specialness, my little child, say? Specialist? What do you think about that? Well, I'm nothing like Donald Trump or anybody else that I criticize or judge sometimes. I'm nothing like that. I'm nothing like them. I'm your specialist. Earl, I'm different. I don't have any of the qualities of anything I see. Okay, sit your butt down. Anybody recognize?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have no murderer in me. Ask a few insects. A roach doesn't count, does it? That roach wanted to die.
Suicidal.
Suicidal. That was a suicidal roach. It had too many opioids.
That's the name of my new band.
The Course in Miracles says if you don't allow yourself to hear this with a sense of humor, you will never let yourself hear it. Some of this stuff is so deep that unless you keep your sense of humor, you will never let it into your consciousness. So I'm not advocating you all trying to get serious about what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm sincere, but I don't want to be serious. I will have no more serious Sundays. I'm having non-serious Sundays.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yes.
If you need a serious me, be with me when I open my bills. I wish they hadn't had such confidence in my future earning potential. They wouldn't have raised my credit limit so high. Right?
Right.
So the Course in Miracles says, perception is the outward picture of a wish. Of a wish. That all the time you are looking at what you wish to look at, even if you don't realize it. You're only seeing what you wish. I don't wish to see anger, guilt, grievances, lack, poverty, attack, and sickness. You only see what you wish to see. And so there's no exceptions. Everything you look at, all things you see is an image that you want it to be true. This is the difference between a conscious being and an unconscious being, is what I just said. That's the difference between a being that's experiencing love on the planet and a being that's experiencing peace, is how someone handles that statement. That 100% responsibility for how you are seeing things. So what does that mean? Part of my getting to the point that I'm only seeing loving things is my willingness to admit that the things that are not loving are also things that are coming from my perception also.
Yes.
And that's why it's the hardest part, because in the beginning you got to own up to what you're seeing is coming from your own mind and nobody else's, because it's you that's seeing it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. If you're the one seeing it, where else is it coming from?
You.
But you. Mm-hmm. I said it again. If you're the one that's seeing it, it's pretty obvious it must be coming from you.
Your perception.
It's coming from your perception. So the ego part of the mind goes, oh my God, what a horrible person I must be if all of this is coming from my mind. Yeah, but it also means that you are free because you have the ability to allow that to be changed. It means you can choose for something else. It means you don't have to wait for everybody else around you to shift before your experience can shift. I love the idea that I'm the one that's creating my experience. I don't want my life to depend on y'all. And you shouldn't want yours to depend on me, as long as we're not loving each other and seeing each other's spirit and caring about each other and forgiving each other. I don't want people like who are not doing that to be in charge of nothing about my life.
Yeah, me either.
And I'm not being cruel, I'm just telling the truth. I don't want people who don't know nothing about love to be the one the guy to change their mind about me before I can be happy.
Yeah.
They don't even love themselves. How the hell they gonna love me?
Amen. Amen.
You don't love yourself, you ain't gonna be able to love me. I'm smart enough to know that now. I'm not fooled by the person who don't love themselves telling me they in love with me. Ain't no way in the world you in love with me and you putting yourself down. So I know instantly in 5 minutes of conversation whether it's a person who can really allow love to come through, and I know it's my past.
Yeah. That's conscious.
I'm conscious, I'm awake. I have to pretend that I'm not so people will talk to me. So I can, like I say, I can look like I'm totally unconscious. Don't let me fool you. I just want to hang out with everybody. So you'll see me with bum relationships. Sometimes it look like I might think I'm going through lack. I might have I went to the dentist the other day, and I am still giving myself some pain around it. But I know the real reason why I'm giving myself pain. You want to know the real reason? I am doing it to try to make myself identify with being the physical body as being my real identity. I'm trying to convince myself that this is me. This is all I am. See, my tooth is hurting. I am one with my body. I could not possibly be the unlimited, all-encompassing thing that he just got through talking about that I forgot most of what I said earlier. See what I'm saying? That's the real reason that I got the pain, is to make me think I'm still separate from you and separate from God and separate from reality, and I'm just this physical body that dies one day. So I'm going to do a symbolic gesture, and I give myself anything from the external that I think I need to take my mind off of it, whether it's a pill, whether it's walking, whether it's whatever I think I need to do. I will do the external thing that symbolically shows I'm willing to be through with this pain. And if I don't, and if I already knew how to solve this problem through my thought, then I would not have the pain. So therefore I know it's okay for me to temporarily rely on external healing devices called Aleve. So I'm not going to be one of these spiritual people like, I'm not going to take any kind of medicine because that's going to make that illusion real. You don't think you're making it real as hell just by walking around in total pain? If you could already heal it, you would have already healed it.
Yes.
So you can't heal yourself. Or you would have already done it. So that's what a conscious being says. They're not going to let the pain stay any longer than it has to. And they know if they could heal themselves, they would have already done it, which means you believe more in an external healing method than an internal healing method. So you go ahead and use the external healing method because you believe it would work, and so it will. And the way you know it's your decision is because sometimes it looks like the pill works and sometimes it looks like it doesn't. That's how you know it never was the pill. Because if it was the pill, it would work all the time. If the pill, the Course in Miracles says anything that's real works all the time, all the time, all the time. There's no exceptions. It never does not really work. So anything that there's one exception to, the Course defines it as an illusion. You can show me one instance where you don't love somebody, then I know you don't love nobody. Real love has no exceptions. Wherever there's an exception, there is not what's real. So what does that tell me? I need to work on it. I'm innocent and I need to change my mind. I'm innocent, I need to study. I'm innocent and I need to read. Because I single out some people from my love and leave others out. There's some people I want their love more than I want others. There's some people I want their attention more than I want others. And I sell my soul sometimes to have that specialness. Because I got to feed my child. My specialness needs to be fed. It likes breastfeeding.
Who said that? You channeled more viewers.
Facebook just blacked out. I feel so rejected.
Rejected by Facebook.
No, I remember vividly chasing my mom around the house. My mama. Something happens, you never break. I don't know, I have this ridiculous idea sometimes that I'm teaching adults. And I'll talk like it and I'll act like it. And that's when you get more blowback than ever when you talk to adults. And you joke and you talk and you say anything that may be interpreted in any kind of sensual, sexual way. Teenagers, they'll be able to talk to you all night and work with them. It's nothing harder than teaching adults. They're the ones who have all the hang-ups, especially around the body. So I mentioned breastfeeding. Breasts are quite common. There are millions, billions. We all basically have the same body parts in different proportions. What makes us really unique is the consciousness coming through the body. It doesn't make sense to me now like it used to seek to get somebody's body. Bodies aren't really that unusual. They pretty much have the same things in a different shape and size. Some of us are blessed with better sizes than others. That was 300 more. Gone. Mostly all I'm getting is big old emojis with big laughter on it. Because the people who watch you online are only watching you for one reason, because they're with you. I'm not saying it's not true for you, you wouldn't have certainly been here. But that's what I love about teaching in the internet. I don't have to look for the people who I can relate to and who can appreciate me. All I have to do is be it and see who's attracted to it. Just be you and see who's attracted to you. And then the way you are will be satisfying to them because they would have never been attracted to you unless you had those qualities that they were moved by. But when you fake it and you try to be the way you think you should be, you have to keep on being the way you think you should be, even when it's not you. And that's a lot of work. I can't think of who would be so important to me now that I would feel like I couldn't be myself and wouldn't be myself with. It would be impossible for me to ultimately see anyone that doesn't appreciate me that leaves me as a loss, because the amount of love I have for myself now as opposed to 4 decades ago is so great that I wouldn't tolerate being mistreated for 2 seconds. That's not arrogance, that's love. That's not arrogance, that's love for yourself. That's self-love. you would just don't put up with what you used to put up with when you started loving yourself. You just won't do it. You will not do it. You can sure tell when you have a low self-image, because when you have a low self-image, you just settle for anything. I'm looking for somebody. I'm going on Match.com, and I'm gonna put down this is my requirement for my future mate. Breathe. Are you breathing? If you're not, we might work that out too. You sound more cooperative, actually. You sound more submissive. I said I wanted a submissive woman. I didn't know I was headed to the funeral home. Okay. So here's the heavy part. It prepare you. I want you to look at yourself. I didn't say play with yourself. I said look at yourself. Look at yourself. Look at your body. Look at your body. You want somebody else to look at it, you look at it. Look at your body. And I want you to look at this body, and if you look at this body in a different light, it will seem like this body looks different. Doesn't it? And without a light, if I was to cut the light off, it would look like the body was gone. If it was total darkness in here, it would look like your body was gone. And so it says, but you are reassured of what? That your body is there. Why? Because you can still feel it. Have you ever felt your body in the dark? Mm-hmm. Has anybody else ever felt your body in the dark?
Many times.
I've done that. Where I'm going, let me reassure myself that you're still here.
Am I still here?
That's right. The chorus then says you can feel it with your hands and you can hear it move in the dark. It says here, now this is a great sentence. It says, here is an image that you want to be yourself. This is an image, look at me. This is an image that I want to be myself. This is an image that I want to be myself, that I call Earl Purdy. My body is an image of myself that I want to be me. So when I look at your bodies, I'm just looking at images that I'm making up about you. See, that's the other thing you have to realize, that as I look at each and every one of you, I'm seeing the image that I want to be true. I might not be seeing your body the way you see your body. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. When I'm looking at you, I don't know how you look at your body, but I know how I'm looking at your body. So the body is an image that you want to be you. How do I know that most people think that's true? Because they get so upset about how it looks. And if you didn't think it was you would have so many hang-ups about how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Bingo. Right.
Yeah.
How do I know that most of us still think we're our bodies? Because we're obsessed with how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go to bed at night wondering if my hammer can fit into a really tight pair of pants, or a knife, or a fork, or a pencil. Nothing that I see as a learning device do I identify with its condition as being my condition. My car being hit by someone is not me being hit by someone, but I can remember vividly saying, somebody hit me today, when somebody hit my car. That's a total identification with what's not me. So that's what the chorus is saying. When you look at the body, you're looking at an image that you want to be you. And then it says, my favorite line, it says, the body gives you the ears. I love it. He says, here is an image that you want to be yourself. It is the means, and I'm reading this out of the course book, but I hope this will motivate some of you to actually pick this book up, to see all this incredible stuff that you hear me say today that's mind-boggling. It's in your book too.
What? You don't have a special book?
No, I don't have a special book. I don't have a special book. This is actually, so if you can hear me say this, then you can hear you say this to yourself, and it will change your life.
Yes.
It will change your life. It will change your life. Because you have to change your mind and open your mind to such an extent to let the Course in Miracles come in that it would have to change your perception just to let yourself read it. And the minute your perception is changed, it says, and what you see is going to change. When are we going to get that? That there's nothing about your external world that's going to change until your mind does. There's nothing about your external world that's going to change except when your mind does. You will never have a different mate, never have a different partner until you change your mind. It will never happen. Your financial situation will not change until you change your mind. We've heard this a million times, and still look for the person that's going to do it for us. And what's so funny is the minute you do it for yourself, everybody want to do it for you.
Yeah.
Because the outer is a reflection of the inner. So the Course in Miracles is saying to us, I love this, your body gives you the eyes that you look on it with. Because you were just looking at your body with your own eyes that your body made. Right? And then it says the body gives you the ears with which you listen to the sounds it makes. It is the ears of my body that hears the sounds that I'm making. So the Course says, do you know what your body is doing? Your body is proving its own reality to you. Your body is proving to you that it is real. Because it's my body that is filling my body, and everything I see and experience is coming through my perception, through my body. So your body is all you're seeing. The only thing you're seeing is what your body is showing you.
Okay.
And there are things to see beyond what the body can see. So the body is on a frequency from 1 to 10, let's say. But there are frequencies way above that, and there are frequencies way below that. So there are realities we don't even see that are realer than the one that you're looking at right now through your physical eyes. And as I get older, I'm glad I'm breaking body identification. I realize how one of the ways I could possibly die, or what people call leave their body. I realized the other day what could happen. You know, since I feel really young inside, and I feel really cool inside, and I feel that way I did when I was very young inside. But I'm watching it, there's a part of me that hasn't completely let go of anger, guilt, and grievances, because I still see my body changing. Because I have associated death sometimes with being decrepit in some way, like you'll know you're going to die because you're all screwed up. Okay, but I forgot that if I maintain the correct perception, using my body for the right purpose, I could be laid down as gently as going to bed at night, so it doesn't have to be a negative experience. So it's possible that I could just feel as good as I do today, be 100 years old, and be walking down the street, and one day I go, oh man, that's my body back there. I just dropped my body. I can totally see that. Yeah, because I'm feeling okay. I'm centered in that all-perfect being that we heard about just a minute ago. So my body is going to go through, the Course has no illusions about this. The body is going to die. If anything's going to tell you the truth, going to tell you that what begins in time ends in time. That there's nothing in time that's going to last forever, because that's not the nature of time. Time was made to replace eternity, not act like it. Okay, so if it's in time, it's not going to last forever. So in relationships that are really meaningful to you, you would want to be achieving a level of consciousness where you maintain the connection even if your bodies were gone. Yes. That's what a conscious being is doing. They're trying to make sure that their minds are joined with those that they love so that they can never be out of communication with each other. That's how I handle the transition of my mother, the transition of my father, the transition of my sister, and the transition of my brother, is because I didn't see them as the body. And so I still feel their presence. I still have communication with them, even in what appears to be the dream state from time to time, because I don't believe what the world taught me about death. Amen. Don't believe nothing the world teaches you about nothing. 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 If it's not based in love, don't believe a doggone thing that the world is telling you about nothing. Amen. Nothing. You want to know what the truth is? It's the opposite of everything you were taught by the world. Everything. All of it. All of it. Do you know how a healed man looks at the world through their body? I continue to see differences, but I don't believe they're real. As long as you look through your body, you're going to always see what looks like differences in people, in sizes and shapes. But a mind that has allowed itself to be healed does not give any reality to the differences that it's looking at. I know that even though we look like we're separate, a healed man goes, we are not. So don't think being spiritually awakened means all of a sudden you're not going to see separate bodies in the world, and you're on the mall and you won't be seeing nothing. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? If you look through the body's eyes, the body's eyes, you will continue to see bodies, forms, and differences. But it's teaching us it's not the only vision you have. It's not the only channel on the TV. Some people are stuck on channel 5, and if you tell them there's a channel 7 that's even better programming, they'll think you're crazy because their TV just has one channel.
Yeah.
That's why you think cable came about. It was symbolic of all the many new choices we have to experience things. You think you've seen incredible things in terms of communication and social media. Wait till, from an astrological perspective, Uranus goes into Gemini. Now, when that happens, you're going to see communication shoot up to, I would be buying every communication stock I could get my hands on. Because I know that the biggest change is going to be in the area of communication, especially telepathy. Because telepathy is a natural ability among people who love each other.
That's right.
Telepathy is a natural ability that happens between people who know they're joined and connected. Most of the time when I contact people that I know and I feel close to in my personal life, I can't tell you how many times they'll say, I was just thinking about you. I was just thinking about you. I was just talking. Yeah, it's just one mind. Just one mind. And the more separate we think we are, then the less we have telepathic psychic abilities. Becoming psychic is becoming more natural. It's not anything special. You're supposed to be joined with everything around you and be in communication with everything around you and your creator. That's natural. It's unnatural to be in the world thinking you're separate, listening to you. I'm down to the last 2 paragraphs. Then you can pull it out. Can I pull off the last 2?
Yes.
I know you have such important things to do.
My body does, right?
I know. Your body, you got to go out there and confirm your body. You just can't hardly wait to get out there to do it, can you? Okay. So the Course in Miracles says to us, thus the body is made a theory of yourself, with no provisions made for evidence beyond itself. In other words, no escape within the body's sight. You look like we're in the body and there's nothing we can do about it. The course of the body is sure. When you look at the body through the body, he says you're going to say this. You're going to say the body grows, the body withers, flourishes, and dies. Thank you. The Course in Miracles says, what does the body do? It grows, it withers, and flourishes, and Earl, I used to come to his class. I just remember that day he was talking about he was a body, he wasn't nobody. And he did the dance, he was dancing, and he was moving up on that stool. You remember Earl? You remember Earl, girl?
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
He said some great stuff.
Okay. You can't conceive of you apart from your body. You can't even conceive of yourself not having a body. The Course says you brand the body sinful, and then you hate the body's acts. And then you judge the body. Sometimes it's being evil. My body made me do it. I didn't want to do it, but my body made me do it. And then he says, yet your specialness whispers. What's this specialness? Is my beloved child, in whom I am well pleased. And so your son, your specialness, becomes the mean to serve your purpose, to be special. Your body is not really, your specialness is not really identical to you because you're really a spiritual being. Your body is not even like you. Your specialness isn't even like you. But it's still a means to offer to you what you want because you're the father of your specialness, the creator of your specialness. And that's a travesty on love's creation. For your creation gave your creator joy. I said that again. You being created gave God joy. Your creation gave your creator joy, and you being created is the witness that God loves you, and that's the purpose. The fact that you exist means something loves you enough to friggin' cause you to exist. Now, if you hate your life and everything going on in your life, that didn't thrill you. All right, because you're blaming God for what you're doing to yourself. And that's what most people do. I'm not going to take responsibility for my life, so it's God. It's my mama. It's my daddy. It's my race. It's my race. If I was any color except this one, life would be as easy as I see white people's life. What does it feel like to have white people's life? Would anybody care to tell me? We all went to the body store. We all went to the body store before we came here. Don't you think you got that body for any other reason than you chose it before you were born?
That's right.
Then you got your mom and dad to get down and bring you here.
Yeah, get down, mom and dad.
Get down, mom. Like, I need a sperm ship. Okay. Looking for the ovaries. Looking for the ovaries. Gotta bring Earl in here. I need to make his vehicle. And sometimes it's fun to make vehicles. Sometimes you're scared to death you made a vehicle. Oh Lord, did I make a vehicle last night?
It's gonna cost me.
300 more people just left. Hey there. So the Course in Miracles is saying to us that your body is testifying to the idea that made your body. Your body is speaking for the reality of the idea that made the body. Do you want to know what the idea is that created the body?
Yeah.
The idea of being separate, because you have to be separate in something. See, if I'm going to be separate from you all, I got to have a vehicle to be separate from you all. And being in this body does make me think I'm separate from you all. And then I'll use sickness occasionally to really convince myself that I'm a body, because now I'm feeling a toothache that nobody else in the room feels. So therefore, I must be separate from all of you. Thank God I'm separate from anybody now having diarrhea. Now, so there are some advantages to separation. Don't you think for a second that we don't want to be separate? There's a part of us that won't, that's what he's saying, specialness, separate, different. So what the Course says is, I'm not anti-special. I just want to take away all the fear, the pain that you go through as a result of that idea. So I'm going to use your specialness as your unique way to experience and to share love in this world in a way that nobody else can experience it exactly the way you do. That's what makes me feel confident in my relationships with people, because I know they'll never meet another Earl Purdy. They'll never meet another form of God in this form, expressing this way. So I have no competition.
Yeah.
I have no competition. And that's not positive thinking, that's a fact. I have no competition.
Yes.
There is no other Earl Purdy. Now, if I try to be one of you and live up to how you are and compare myself to you, then I got something to be afraid about. So I'm not jealous from the perspective of I can't be replaced. But my specialness still occasionally feels jealousy. Because specialness means that I got to know that I'm number one, I'm on top, and there's nobody but me, always. Because that's what makes me feel confident. I got to know my bait is still doing what it was contracted to do. Yeah, you better change your mind about your bait before it's too late. Some of y'all got some late bait. And you're trying to bait too late. That's what go to that club, that's what they tell me. Brother, it's too late to bait. You might need to go to the Hofbrow.
You said masturbate?
Go to the Hofbrow. You can find more bait around your particular baits. For somebody that really knows you, really sees you, or the spiritual being that you are, your body's age will mean nothing. They don't care how old your body is, because they see you beyond your body. They see who you really are. You want somebody that's going to love you beyond the changes that your body is going to naturally go through.
Thank you. That's what we're looking for.
I won't always look like this nice chocolate piece of joy that's standing up here. I won't.
No, in the dark.
Oh God, I couldn't laugh about this if I still thought the way I used to think. See, that's how you can tell. So the last paragraph says, and thus there were two children made. Both appear to walk this earth without a meeting place and no encounter. One self, your little special self, you perceive as outside yourself. That's your own beloved son or child. The other, the child of God, rests within God. Woo! And within the other person as it rests within you. The differences doesn't lie in how the two creations look, nor where the two creations go, nor even what the two creations do. The creation of God and the creation of my ego, the creation of my specialness has a different purpose than my real self. And it's this that joins them to their life and separates each from all aspects with a different purpose. In other words, your real self, the child of God, the son of God, is going to retain God's will. What is God's will? God's will for me is perfect happiness. The special self, the son of man, perceives an alien will, which is me being different from everybody else and feeling like I'm guilty, sinful, and not enough and separate, and a body that's going to die, who's just trying to use that body to get some specialness. Now, the Course says that part of you, it says, I love it, serves, he says, perceives an alien will and wishes it were so, and thus does your perception serve your wish by giving your wish appearances of truth. Yet your perception can serve another goal. Your perception doesn't have to serve the goal of seeing what's the lacks in you, or the fear in you, or the grievances in you, or what's not enough and what's not beautiful in you. You can have another goal. The Course says you can use perception for a different purpose. We can use our perception for a different purpose, for a loving purpose, for a fun purpose, for a healing purpose, for a joyful purpose, for a fulfilling purpose, for a fulfilling purpose. He says, and what you see when you have that new purpose will serve that purpose well. And what you see will prove that purpose's own reality to you. And you will see that purpose manifested in your perception. Would you acknowledge yourself for being able to hear this much? I have a message from the Holy Spirit. Those of you who think you have old debate, you better use it before it's too late. All right, we're going to do the donation right now. Thank you for sharing with me.
Thank you.
As a full-time teacher, this is what I do in the world, and I love it, but this is how I serve. I want to thank you so much for sharing financially with me and with you. Also, let me pass that. Yeah, thank you. Those of you online,
What's up?
I love you so much. If you'd like to make a financial expression of it, I'm doing a quick recap. One last thing before we run out. And I want to, those of you online, if you'd like to make a financial expression of appreciation, go to my website, earlpurdy.com, P-U-R-D-Y. And if you want to use Venmo or any of those other services, my email is very difficult to remember. It's Earl Purdy at earlpurdy.com.
So hard.
That's so hard for you. That's Earl Purdy at earlpurdy.com. I'm really having some incredible personal clarity sessions with people, especially utilizing my almost 40 years of doing astrology and numerology as a sole purpose. When you came here with a plan. Astrology gets into the details of how you wanted to work this out. See, don't believe what the world tells you about nothing. The world will tell you, oh, this, it's like sometimes even Course in Miracles students will think, well, how can you do astrology and you study the Course in Miracles? And I said, well, how can you do what you do every day and study the Course in Miracles? There's no difference. Whatever you think you're doing in the world every day, why are you doing that? Because the Course teaches that whatever you learn, whatever your skill is, the truth will use that. The Spirit will use that. Getting into the truth doesn't mean that you have to renege your, whatever it is you love to do, whatever it is you believe. It doesn't mean you have to you got a degree in being a lawyer. It'll show you how to use that to wake you up. Whatever you do, you're an artist, the Course says Holy Spirit will use that. So it uses your skills and your tools. And these tools have been fantastic for me and others. So if you just want to talk about it from the standpoint of getting insight from what I've done with working with people for years with the Course, then we can do that too. But it's called a clarity session. A clarity session. If you go to my website, it explains my services that I like to do in detail, and you can self-book right there online. So you can just choose the time, you'll see what's available, and you choose it. So, and there's a financial investment, and I have over 1,000 videos on YouTube. I have hundreds of videos on my website and on Facebook that you can watch totally and completely for free. So there's no excuse. You can't say, I don't have any money. Well, I got stuff for people with no money. but I gotta eat too. Okay. I still think I'm a body. But I also believe I'm sustained by the love of God, and that means that He will always be provided for if you fulfill your function here.
That's true.
So it's not like I don't think I'm going to be taken care of based on what people give me or don't give me.
Yeah.
You can't really enjoy being here when you don't depend on God. Because then you're going to be trying to manipulate others in some way in order to be taken care of. And so they don't get a genuine relationship with you. They get what the Course calls a bought relationship. There's a condition. There's something I want from you. And so I'm being nice to you so you'll continue to fulfill that need. People tell you what they really think about you, and they're really honest with you when they don't feel like they're dependent on you. That they're going to be okay anyway. Then you'll have an honest relationship with the people around you. But as long as you think you need them, you're going to be tempted to compromise. Or if you want to be special, to the point that you're afraid to lose that specialness, so you won't do it. And sometimes I feel that way, do you?
Yeah.
Sometimes there are people in my life that I can feel afraid to really express everything that I feel because I don't want to lose my specialness. I don't want to stop giving me my specialness. So the Course says all of us are special. All of us are unique in our expression of God. So don't misperceive what I said today. Don't think that I said that the Course is anti-you in a sense, seeing yourself as special. It's just saying in the beginning you wanted specialness for the wrong reasons to get. Now your specialness is going to be the unique way you bring love and truth and healing into the world. Yeah. The love coming through me is going to be different from you than how it feels and form coming through anybody else. And the same thing with you. Don't forget, each person is a world. And when you get to know a person, they're taking you into another world. And this book told us today that our child is our specialist and our desire to be special. And we need to ask ourselves, can I protect my mind? Can I protect my body a little bit from time? Am I going to use my body to go out here and get something? Or am I going to use my body as a means to give something? Give love, give truth. Then it told us that the test of everything is simply, what is it for? What do I want this for? You know, you're attracted to somebody, go, what am I attracted to them for? What do I really want? What is it? Would I want to be with this person if they didn't have a body? If I had to just be with this person's conversation in mind all the time, would I shoot myself? Or is it really their body that's attracted me? My desire to be in contact with their body in some form or fashion. And you can tell which one of those is true by how much or how little communication matters to you in a relationship. If communication doesn't matter, then you know it's something about the body that's the real attraction. Or you're getting that specialness that'll make you want to overlook it. Because you're getting that specialness. You can have it both ways. You can have it all. You can have it all. You can have it all.
Yes.
You can have it all.
Yes.
You are a perfect being.
Yes.
Don't you say that? I am a perfect being. Now, what does the Course mean by perfect? When it says perfect, it's not talking about some stage beyond which there's no further growth for you. When it says perfect, the Course says perfect means complete. It means there's nothing missing. There's nothing missing in you. There's not going to be a giant spiritual recall. There's nothing missing in you. And so, don't be fooled by your body. Your body is trying to convince you that's all you are at your request. You are more than a body. You are much greater than a body. And you decide to come into this body in order to forgive and remember who you really are. To learn what love really is and be a means to do it. You came here to save yourself. To be part of the saving of yourself. Because this is yourself. I am yourself. You are myself. We are all one self, united with our Creator and limitless in power and in peace. We are one self, united with our Creator and limitless in power and in peace. That's what we are. That's what we are. That's what we are. Yes. 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 I love you. Thank you so much for helping me remember who I really am. Hugs are available. Thank you for coming. I love you. So don't forget, 3 Facebook Lives, Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Mountain Time on the Earl Purdy page on Facebook. Thursday nights, A Course in Miracles, 7 p.m. Mountain Time on Facebook, the Earl Purdy page, and then Sunday, it's also online. And Tuesday night is the Way of Mastery. So, mighty companions, may the course be with you. Hugs. Woo. Love you, mighty companions.
What's up?